Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to my channel, Traveling with Jose. I'm Jose, and for today's video I'm going to do part 3 of things to pack for deployment. With this third video, I think I've covered most of the main things that you should take for deployment. I'm going on deployment soon, and if anything happens to come up that I think is necessary, I'll make another list and I'll make another video. But for right now, I'm going to end this series with this last video. If you haven't checked out video 1 or 2, I'm going to leave a link right up here, so go check that out. Alright, I'm going to start now. So when you're out there on deployment, you do have the means to communicate with your friends and family. So we sometimes do have internet access while we're out there at sea. And we are able to access some websites like Facebook, Twitter, and emailing services. So you will get to talk to your family online. But the other way you can also communicate with your family is by calling them. You can call your family using phone cards. These are preloaded cards that you buy at the NEX. And the NEX is one of the stores that we have on base. Once you do join, you know what I'm talking about, the NEX. When you go to the NEX, make sure the card says able to use on US ships, or else you won't be able to call your family. You only have to buy one card because you can actually reload the card. You can do this while on the ship. All you have to do is call the number that's on the back and tell them the number to your debit card, and they'll load your card. We have a couple places to use a phone on the ship, so you'll always be able to call your family at any time. At least for me, on the time zone that I'm at, I work nights. So at nighttime, it's the best time to call America because everybody's awake. Now, it's a little bit tougher for people that are working in the days because everybody in America is sleeping. So one of the people that I call the most when I'm out to sea is my mom. And I actually only call her maybe once every 3 weeks. And that's only because I'm really busy, and sometimes time really does fly, and making a phone call isn't like one of the things that's priority, but everybody has different schedules. But that's just a little bit about me. So depending on what kind of devices you have, some of them do use batteries. I'd really suggest taking AA and AAA batteries. I'm not really sure if they have batteries at the ship's store, so I would just suggest taking batteries beforehand. You are on a ship, and the ship goes to different places. You pull into different ports, different countries, and these countries have different electrical sockets, so you're going to need a universal converter. Before going on deployment, I did not buy a universal converter. When I went to Australia, that was the first time that I went somewhere that had a different kind of socket, so I had to buy one, and it wasn't a universal one, so it was only the one that I can plug in that works with Australia. And then when I went to South Korea, they had a different kind of converter, and I had to buy one there. So just so that you're ready, buy a universal converter. Now, you might be used to using your cell phone as your alarm, but underway it's a little bit more difficult because you might not always get the chance to charge your cell phone. So if you don't have a cell phone charged, how are you going to wake up in the morning? Well, I suggest taking an alarm clock. Like I always say, nothing too expensive, nothing too nifty, just a little thing that'll do its job and wake you up in the morning. Trust me, you don't want to miss muster formation in the morning, so yeah, get an alarm clock. So with joining the military, you acquire different skills, or you use skills that you already had. So in my last underway, we had a uniform inspection, and on our uniforms we have a patch that goes right here. So before you pull out to sea, you're supposed to have that patch on there. Usually you can get it sewn on base or off base at a shop. There's some people that forget, or they make rank and they need to sew something on. So the past underway, it just so happened that a lot of people didn't know how to sew. So I was confronted, and I told them I can sew. I ended up sewing 4 patches for 4 different people, and of course they were grateful and everything. Some of them actually even offered me money, but you know what? At that moment I didn't feel like taking it. So maybe this next underway I'm actually going to take a really good sewing kit, because if you get one of the cheap sewing kits that the Navy gives you, then there's not much you can do with that, because the needle is actually so small, and sometimes you got to put it through thick material and it bends, or it just doesn't go through really fast. So make sure you have a really nice sewing kit. So this one's for the girls. Make sure you have a lot of hair ties. Girls, I know you know that you go through hair ties like crazy. You know, you always end up losing them or giving them to other girls. So take a lot of them, and take hair ties that are black or brown. Make sure to take hair ties that match your hair color, because you gotta stay in standards of military regulations. To play the part of a squared away sailor, you have to shine your boots. Make sure to take a boot shining kit. So I said in another video, I don't personally like to work too hard on my boots. I don't have the patience for it. But if you do have the patience for that, you can shine your boots up to the point where you can actually see yourself in the reflection. but that's not me. But it's something you really should have, because there's going to be a lot of times when you're working and your boots get dirty and somebody's going to tell you you need to polish them up, so it's better to just polish them up before somebody has to tell you. So stay on top of your boot shining and keep them decent. So on Navy ships we do have a medical team and they have all the essentials to healthcare, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't pack your own first aid kit. I know there's plenty of times where I get cut up, so I need to do the basics of cleaning and putting a band-aid on my wound. So to have a first aid kit on you is a good way to be prepared. Along with your first aid kit, make sure you have medicine. We do have a medical team and they do prescribe medicine, but take the basics. Tylenol, Advil, Tums, cough drops, Pepto-Bismol, anything that you know when you get sick makes you feel better. So lately I've been in the process of packing, and I've been packing all of my clothes. Something very convenient to have are space saver bags, and that's because you can fit a lot of your clothes in one of those bags and neatly sort it somewhere where you'll have space. Just know that your space is very limited, so those come in handy like nothing else. So when we do hit these different countries, and since a lot of these countries are near the equator, it's really hot and it's really sunny a lot of the time, the last thing you want to do is go back to the ship with a painful sunburn and you have to get right to work. I suggest taking a nice sunscreen. So this has happened before. There are times when people come back to the ship with a nasty sunburn and we like messing with them like no other. So don't be that person or else you're gonna be in pain. Alright, so I've come up to the last thing to pack for deployment. Now this one is important both for the ship and living in Japan. It's right here. It is this portable charger. Now, it's important in Japan because a lot of places that you do go, they will not let you use the electricity. There's been countless times where I don't charge my cell phone at home and I try to go out and my phone is dead because I can't charge it anywhere. This is very handy to have here in Japan. Now when you're on a ship, this is very handy because you don't always have time to charge your stuff, or there aren't enough electrical sockets for everybody, so you're gonna go sometimes without being able to charge a computer or your cell phones. So at least for your cell phone, this will be handy to charge it overnight. This one I got on Amazon and it was like $30. It has saved me a couple times from having a dead cell phone. So this one gives my phone, I believe, at least 5 charges. I've never really had it die on me. You don't have to buy a big one like this, they have smaller ones. And all the Japanese have them. So invest in a portable charger. So if you watched this far, thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like it, because that's how I know that you're watching and that you're actually entertained by it. And don't forget to comment. Let me know if this video was informational. Let me know if there's anything I missed or anything that you think is important to have as well. You'll be able to stay updated with the videos that I put up. And now that I'm on a roll and I'm making more videos, I'm gonna keep on doing it. It's something that I enjoy. It's something that takes up a lot of my time. It's something that I'm learning, and you know, you gotta start somewhere, right? So I still have many Navy related video ideas to put out there. So until the next video, I'll see ya. Bye.